Well, welcome back, everybody. Uh, I wasn't gonna do another video, but I am recording with the Cantina Cast tomorrow night, so there won't be a video for tomorrow. So I figured I'd do this tonight. So you get two videos for the price of one today. I guess if that makes any sense. But in any case, had a good day. Figured I'd enjoy a pipe. Now this is what I call my Sherlock Holmes pipe. I think it's kind of obvious. I mean, it's not as droopy as a Sherlock Holmes one, but you get the idea. Of course, I'm smoking the ice cream sundae one. Good stuff. Just had a situation with the rabbit hopper for the second. Well, earlier today, I caught him trying to sneak into the garden. I stopped him, had a conversation with him. I bought rabbit food, wild rabbit food. Maybe this will curb the situation or it'll make it worse. I don't know. We're going to find out. Just before I came out here, sure enough, he was in the garden again, the little shit. So things are escalating between me and Hopper, and that's a shame because I like the little guy. I might have to just shore up the garden fence a little bit. He's getting in somehow. I don't know. I didn't remodel the garden this year. It was beat up, but with everything going on, I just kind of left it be. So that's the drama unfolding. I got all sorts of wild animals. We got the chipmunk as well running through. What else we got? Saw a northern oriole this morning. That was pretty cool. That was cool. What else? Just a bunch of insects and whatnot. We got a lot of flying ants diving into the pool overnight, apparently, or early morning. Some yahoos lighting off fireworks, so you might hear that as the video goes on. But this pipe is, I don't use it much. As you can see, it's not like the Bruno here, which is look at that nice dark color. Let me get it in focus here. If I can get it in focus. Well, I can't, I guess. Oh well. But anyway, this one, it's light, right? And this one, oh, it just wasn't. It doesn't want to focus on this. There we go. Dark as can be. See that? I love this pipe. It's my favorite. But this one, Sherlock, he's a good smoker. I just don't use him as much because I like a big grip. But this has got a good grip to it. It's better than I remember. So I might smoke this a little bit, a lot more this summer. We'll see. This is good. So, what kind of wild creatures do you have around your shed or solitude? Your shed of solitude, like me. Do you have any wild creatures that drive you? I mean, we had the skunk a few nights ago. We had the wasp, the hornet the other day, moth. You know, seems to be all over the place. Do you run into any creatures? Especially with your garden. What do you guys do to keep them out of your garden? Sorry if I'm moving the camera a little bit. My foot's kind of moving around. So, Aristotle once said, it's a mark of an educated mind to entertain a thought and not accept it. Now, I believe that's what he said, if I remember right. I wanted to bring this up because I think it's very important in this day and age with so much misinformation, everyone throwing things at you in the digital age, 24-hour news, agenda-driven news, both sides, however you want to take it, social media all over the place and stuff. And for me, that's important, that quote. It's funny how something 2,000 years ago or 3,000 or whatever 1,000 years ago it was, this speaks to me because it's relevant today where, and it is something you should practice in life, is like, especially when you're going through college and high school, and, you know, I'll be sure to mention this to my daughter as she grows older. You know, when I was growing up, I used to want to, and I still do. I still like even this book here, the classical political philosophy. There's a lot of stuff on here that I'm probably, you know, who knows? Who knows how I'm gonna feel? But you know, I like seeing what people have to say and their theories and their whatever is going on in their mind. Um, I like entertaining that thought, thinking it through, challenging myself, challenging how I see it, and then doing. I'll take it a step further with him. He's like entertain the thought and then just kind of, you know, that's it. I moved on. Yeah, you can do that with certain things, but with me, I like to soak it all up, absorb as much as I can, and then kind of be like, yeah, no, you know, I've done that several times in my life, you know, and that's something you should practice. You know, entertain something in your mind or thought or someone's point of view or what have you, and you know, entertain it, take it to its conclusion or where you think it'll conclude, and be like, and compare it with your values and you know your philosophy or whatever, and just say, does this conflict? Does it improve? Or does this create conflict, drag me down, cause a bunch of problems, blah 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 blah. That's all I'm saying. That's the big deep lesson for tonight, I guess, right? Said I wanted to get a little more philosophical in the videos, like this morning when I said that. And that's one thing that just popped in my head, because with all the chaos that's going on with everybody yapping at you at all sides, and you know, I like hearing different points of views and what people have to say, but I need to process it on my own terms. I need to entertain that thought, and I don't even like using the word entertain, but I get what he's saying is, you know, you get something, entertain it, and then just put it up against your, you know, your values and see how it stacks up, if you will. Anyway, I gotta look more towards the camera, not so much towards this side. This gets distracting, the flip out screen. But sorry, I'm getting better. We're only, what, this is the 8th video, so we'll get there. We're getting there. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed that I got 8 videos out. Especially after the first 2. Those were rough. And not many people have viewed this. So the few of you that have, thank you. Of course, I haven't really gone on a big blast of saying, hey, look at me, I'm on YouTube, blah, 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 and trying to get all these things. That's not why I'm doing this. I mean, if you view it, you like it, great. If you don't, I don't care. If you subscribe, that's great. If you don't, I still don't care. I'm doing this for my reasons and a few other reasons. It's not really, I don't expect to get famous, get sponsors or anything like that. I mean, that would be great, but I don't see that happening here. This is more me just kind of having fun and enjoying life and kind of talking to the camera and whoever listens to me. Man, this pipe is pleasantly surprised. You know, I bought it. When did I buy this? I want to say December. I want to say December. I was off on vacation, Christmas vacation. I bought it December. I smoked it 2 times. I was like, yeah, okay. And months later, here I am. I said, I'm going through the pipes. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go with this one. This one doesn't get much attention. It's a small bowl. Probably be a half hour. I'll go with that. And here I am. Boom. So, it's a good smoke. It's filtered. 9mm. I love those. Got this at the Pipe Nook. I have no affiliation. That's just where I get my stuff. Most of it. My pipes, at least. Because I love these unfinished pipes. They just add character. You get to put yourself into it, so to speak. Give it a bit of a soul. So when these get passed on someday, you kind of live on. I don't know. I know things don't have spirits or anything like that, or residual effect, if you will. But I think that's pretty cool, though. That like my hand oils and whatnot, the tobacco that I smoked. We'll get into this, and then, I'll pass it down to my daughter. I doubt she's going to smoke a pipe, but if she does, hers will get on this, and then maybe her husband or her kid or somebody, anybody, I don't know, whoever she wills it to, which will be interesting. I'm not sure you can see, but I added 2 more shelves at the top. So this is one. You can see it right there. I added the bookshelf, as you guys know, and then I have this little shelf here with where I put my lighter, my ashtray, and my shot glasses for the alcohol. So I got a little more room on my table now, which is nice. And I added a shelf way back here, but you can't really see that yet. Maybe in the future you will. Maybe I'll set it up a little bit different. We'll see. I don't know. Right now I'm kind of monitoring myself too much. As I said, I keep looking at this. In the future, as I get better, I'll push the tripod back a little bit more and kind of just go from there. Because I might actually, because this camera, which I'm going to do a review at the end of the month, I'll do a review on this. I'm not going to say what it is now until we get there. Some of you might have an idea. But I'll put the camera back, and I might get what do you call those? I can't think of the name. Well, anyway, it's an extra screen. An HDMI out to a screen that kind of records or whatever. It's bigger, so I'd be able to, it's almost like a smaller TV where I could see it further away. So that's probably where I'll go and use that in a few months. We'll see. I think it's called, there's one that's a small dragon Animos or something like that. I don't know. But I used to watch all that tech stuff eons ago, and that was one of the ones that they'd use. So we'll see what's going to go on with the future here. I got to get an American flag, although I might get the Rhode Island's regiment from the Revolutionary War. I might put that there. I haven't decided. We'll see. Yeah. So those are things that are happening with the Shed of Solitude. Things are looking a little bit better. Obviously, I got more books I got to bring in and stuff, and yeah, there's stuff at the top you guys can't see. I wish you could see, but it's mostly bottles of alcohol and really not that interesting, I guess, when you think about it. So what are, back to the main topic, entertaining thoughts. What are some of the thoughts that you guys have had that you've entertained and then just kind of said, nah, that doesn't hold water, or, yeah, that doesn't fly with me? I'm curious. For me personally, oh God, there's a lot of them. I just can't think of any at the moment. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank. That happens, I put myself on the spot and I can't even think of anything. Yep, so tomorrow we'll be doing the Force Awakens on the podcast. We'll be doing our breakdown of that. Kind of like a revisit. We did that when the Force Awakens came out. That'll be interesting. We're getting into, not to get on a rant with the sequel trilogy or anything like that. If you know me from the Cantina Cast, it's not my favorite at all. So it'll be an interesting take on it. I'm looking forward to it. Because I'm not even sure how I'm going to... I've had time to digest it. And it's been months now, and I'm not into Star Wars as much as I was, so it's a different perspective now. So that'll be interesting when we go live tomorrow night. Curious what I'll say. It's not going to be bad, because at the end of the day, it's a movie. And yeah, a movie teaches lessons and all that stuff, but today's Hollywood, the writing is horrible in Hollywood. That's just my opinion. Now visually, effects, and directing, top notch. That's great. It's just the writing, I think, is poor in Hollywood, sadly. But as I always said on the podcast, I've never written a script. I've never tried to write a script. So how hard of a critic can I be, right? And I got a spider now that is just out of frame right here. I don't know if you can see him, but he's dangling. Let me see if I can get him in the frame. No, you're not gonna get it. But anyway, away he goes, a little spider. We'll be friendly with him. We got more fireworks. Although they sound like the little fountain fireworks, not the mortars that have been going off. Which is funny because I like fireworks. I enjoy them. The mortars in a residential neighborhood like this is too much. I mean, I'm all rebel rousing kind of guy that, yeah, let's do it. But between the dogs and being close to houses there was a house that caught fire close by here because of it, I believe. I'll have to look into that. I don't really watch the news. I just kind of heard it as I was walking out to turn the filter on for the pool. But there's one thing. You see, there's a prime example. You want to do the big mortars, celebrate the Independence Day. You're entertaining that thought. Yes, I'm going to get those fireworks. And then you're like, yeah, no, I can't do that. See? That's a perfect example of it. That's where you should use that. I mean, granted, I was talking more philosophical, but, to each their own. I know it's sacrilege to use a Zippo, but I love a Zippo. Although my cigar lighter, I've had this for almost 9 years. This thing, I love this torch. It's great. Lights well. It's got even a little punch, which I wasn't a fan of when I first got it, but see, there's a little punch on the side here. I don't know if that'll. I wasn't a fan of, but then I got this from Cigars Daily. Oh, I don't even know where the hell it is, where my punch is. But anyway, I got a free punch, so I used it just for shits and giggles, and I liked using the punch. And now I use my trick with this. My tamper, where I kind of just poke it in, and you got to be careful doing that. It's not. I don't recommend that for someone new that's smoking cigars. Makes me want to have ice cream, and I might have it after this. But yeah, definitely. Don't do that trick unless you've smoked cigars and kind of have an idea and whatnot. Not that I'm an expert. I've just smoked a lot. I don't have any real preference when it comes to cigar smoking. Even in pipes, I don't have much of a preference. I'm not like a purist or anything like that. I'll try just about anything, really. But I do have some favorites, but I don't go crazy. Like I said before, I don't have a humidor. I got a little jar that I can throw them in because I only get a handful at a time. I don't have a humidor. Maybe someday I'll get into it a little bit more again. Initially, when I first got into the hobby, oh god, I don't even know, 2000. I'm gonna say 7, and it's probably even longer than that. I was really into it. Me and my buddy Brian, we were really big into that, smoking cigars all the time, and it was fun. And I got into it, but then I said, kind of. What I tend to do is I get into something for a long time. Well, not a long time, but like I go hardcore for probably a year or two, and then I kind of slowly back away from it and pursue something new, which is why podcasting lasted 9 years and some odd months is a big surprise to me, because normally, and I do this even with video games. When I play video games, I don't play video games that much, but like when I used to play quite a bit, I would play, and I couldn't get past the level, so I would just leave, walk away, do something else for a few days, then come back, and I'd beat that level. Like, taking that breather made it more enjoyable when you went back to it. I do that quite often in life. But I do like video games. As I do, I do the three quarters to play home arcade 3/4 scale podcasts with the arcade one up and all that, which may come to an end. We'll see. It's been fun, but I'm moving on to other things as well. I still love arcade one up, but I'll still buy them, and I love their machines. I think it's great. I love those classic machines. I love playing with my daughter. Um, but yeah, so we'll see. But even like PlayStation 5, I might get it, probably get it, and because I want to play Cyberpunk. Like that's a game that just kind of sucks me in because there's philosophical reasons why that would be interesting as well. That I'm curious to check out. I know it sounds weird because it's a video game, but Cyberpunk's been around a while. The whole genre, if you will. So that'll be interesting. But other than that, I don't really crave to play video games that much. Not anymore. I seem to be as I get older. I mean, I've always loved reading since I got out of high school and college, the clown college I went to, CCRI here in Rhode Island. It's a community college, obviously, CCRI. And two things I loved in that is I made my own schedule, and I took photography, and I love taking photography. That was great. That's what I got out of that. That was photography was the great thing. At least I got that. But yeah. But what I liked after that, I liked reading, but it was always what they wanted me to read. Once I got out into the real world and I could stop and read what I wanted to read, it was great. I loved it. I could read whatever the hell I wanted and kind of shape my own mind. That's when I really started to learn life. Although I did enjoy my philosophy class when I took it. That was fun. I've always been intrigued with philosophy, though. That's always been with me for some reason. I've always been a ponderer, if you will, since I was young. But, when you get older, I wanted to be a philosophy kind of guy. Like, I wanted to take, out of the many lists of things that I wanted to do, I wanted to be a philosopher, psychologist, all the cool things, except the philosopher one doesn't pay the bills unless you become a teacher and whatever, and that ain't gonna work. And even then, it's kind of, I'd be making what I'm making now, so what is, so, I don't know. Maybe I would have been happier, right? At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Interesting, though. But, yes, I definitely love reading my own. Like, I just go and say, hey, you know what? That looks good. I usually don't go with the popular books. I try to find something like a subject that I like and kind of find something that just intrigues me a bit and then go with that. That's kind of how I gauge it. Really, it's not the best system, but it's the Mike Rondo system, and that's what I use. Because I really don't want to go with the popular opinion or the popular thing at that. Sometimes I do, but most times I don't do that. I just kind of go my own way, so to speak, when it comes to books. Anyway, I'll be starting that book soon, and I'm going to do a review on the book at some point. Mike's Book Club. That'll be interesting. I'm going to take some notes in that. But anyway, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I am going to finish this. Maybe chase a rabbit out of my garden again, and that'll be that. And I'll see you guys Wednesday. Hopefully. If all else goes well, according to plan, and I wake up, I'll be here Wednesday. So, thank you, and I will see you guys soon.